Hey folks, it's Lindsay Huddles with SPS back in the building. And no, it's not deja vu. I felt like I was here just the other day representing at the Eastside Fish Fry and Grill with my guy Henry Meyer representing, man. We back at it again, man.
Yeah, man.
So I guess the way we can keep up with the calendar, it was Super Bowl Saturday. It wasn't Super Bowl Sunday that we sat down. You had the place popping for the Showtime Key combo. And we just sat down and talked about another deal you did with KJ Torbert Jr. talking about the KJ crossover. Man, it don't stop with you, right?
Business never stops for nobody, and if you don't take the opportunity, somebody else will. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to take the opportunity, take the risks, and kind of pave the way for other people to feel comfortable to do things like this.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing. What I love about you, and we talked about this before, is I got out on this NIL thing a long time ago, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but I'm just giving you the history. And you are such a great representation about the other part that people don't get. People think about the money, think about the dollars, but this is not getting into the private conversations we have or the things I get to see when you pull back the curtain, I get to witness. But our young people are in a position to benefit from business leaders and owners like you so much, way beyond the dollar. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, yeah, and it goes both ways. I want to make sure everybody knows that. We're also benefiting from being connected to these kids, these young men and women that are just crushing it in whatever sport they're playing. And I think that the benefit to the child, to the athlete, is networking. I know so many people in this town that I'm friends with, and people who might owe me favors, or people who might respect me to be able to believe in my emotion and believe what I'm doing. So when I might call them and say, hey, one of my guys, KJ's got a question about this contract or this deal he's working on, would you mind sitting down with him? The answer is going to be yes. If KJ's got a question about business or maybe his brand, something he wants to do, he doesn't know for sure if it's the right decision, he's got me now, another resource that is free. And I'm going to be honest with him. I got his best interest at heart, because we're a team now. We're connected. So if I'm not going to help him make a bad decision, I'm going to try to help him make the best decisions as I can. So it's more not necessarily all about financial.
Right.
We're trying to put some money in these guys' pockets for sure.
And that's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, we're trying to teach them a lot of things that they're going to need that maybe some people wouldn't teach them for whatever reason.
Yeah, let's stay with that for a second, and I'm trying to flip this on the head a little bit. As entrepreneurs, we kind of have a certain way we look at things, but let's try to look at it as a non-entrepreneur, or why this is such a great benefit beyond the dollar amount, because you may be thinking about business all the time. I may be thinking about business all the time. But for those who don't, why is it such a benefit that a kid like a KJ Torbert Jr. or a Keyshawn Somerville can call upon you to get some insight? Because I think, sometimes can we take for granted our business mind and have to realize that everyone doesn't think like that, don't know how to approach that? So can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, now that
is that a fair question?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay.
I think beyond the finances is being included in discussions that he might not have access to, be in the room with him, right? He has resources now where if he's got questions about insurance, I got a guy. If he's got questions about marketing, I got a guy. If he's got questions about, insurance, injuries, I got guys for a little bit of everything, because I'm a little bit older. I've been out here in the community. I've been doing a lot of things.
Right.
And so he gets access to those things. And that's not financial, but it could definitely pay dividends for a young man like him in the future. And again, it goes both ways. They're both rising stars, and they're going places, whether it's basketball or whether it's whatever they choose to do as a career. I'm going to have a friend. They're going to have a friend that we can continue to grow with. I'm going to be selling chicken on this corner for a long, long time. And so I look forward to that partnership with those young men as they continue to grow in their life and whatever they choose to do, whether it's basketball, whether it's a different career that they choose to go to. We're going to be there for resources to bang back and forth with each other and help each other. And I think it's important that, like I said, in that room that they might not have access to as a young man.
Sure.
40-year-old, 50-year-old men who are doing big things on different career levels.
Right.
They might not let a young man in for whatever reason. But they have to if he's with me.
This is my guy.
If they want me in the room, they got to break down. So then they got to let my guy in the room.
So it's not just the financial part, it's the access. So let's stay with that a little bit more. I think this is so rich. What have you found when you had people, because we just signed KJ, you just did that, but you've had Keyshawn for a little while. What have you found people that come in to support these young men. What are you seeing, and what does it say about the kind of people that are getting these deals, i.e., Keyshawn or a KJ? What are the people that are coming to your business maybe for the first time or repeat business, but are saying, I want this product? What are you seeing that's telling you? I'm basically trying to find out for the next generation of athletes what kind of people they need to be able to get these opportunities where people are going to come through the door on their behalf.
Well, first of all, they're excited. You know, we've had people at the second that I announced Keyshawn's meal, and it's going to happen tonight. As soon as I announce KJ's meal, what it is, what it's not, we're going to have calls immediately. When's it available? When's it available now? And I mean, we're probably going to sell. If I get hurry up and get it posted, we're going to sell a few tonight for sure, 100%,
right,
100%. And you're going to you got to keep a clean social media. That's important. That is so important, because not only just for guys like me who might be wanting to invest in you on a NIL deal, but for college. I mean, in general, nobody wants to invest in somebody who's got a little bit of a shady social media. You don't have to have a big social media, because that can be blown up through a lot of different things once you have access to different situations.
So you're saying you rather focus on it being clean than big. Wow.
We can blow up together. You know, I mean, I got a good following too.
Yes, you do.
And I got a clean following. You know? I've got a history behind me that people tend to gravitate to, because I'm so honest about my past and my mistakes that I've righted. And so I think it's important that we keep a clean image. And these guys don't have to try very hard. I mean, these are good kids. But when I've met them, I've met their families. I mean, they're strong-minded kids. They've got good foundations at home, good morals, good ethics. It was a no-brainer for me for both of them.
Yeah, because you still got to vet this kid. The kid can be popular, can score a lot of baskets, but you're saying what kind of character does the kid have?
Yeah, and what surprised me, it didn't surprise me, but it made me very happy, was when I talked to both of the young men about each other, just to make sure that there was not going to be any problems. They had nothing but positive things to say about each other. I mean, they were all over each other's stats and social media. Oh, did you see he posted this? And, did you see what Keyshawn did last night?
That had to make you feel good, huh?
And that made me feel safer. Made me feel comfortable. Made me feel great.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that I was worried about. Because they're young men, but they're young. Yeah. And sometimes you get that quabble, they play the same sport, they're the same age,
different camps, different people,
They were so happy for each other that it was a blessing. It was great to be there to see that, and I can't wait for the future, and I can't wait for the fans to see what we got coming for them.
Good. Well, you're doing it, man. I guess I got to just keep making my way around here when you make these announcements and do all this stuff. I want to wrap it up only because I want to see you post it so you can get some KJ crossover business night. But before we let you go, anything you want to share to the people that's been supporting you, or any other message that you got before we let you go?
It ain't over yet. We're going to keep putting the pedal to the metal, always apply pressure. We got a good team behind us, and we're adding to it all the time. I just added KJ, I got Keyshawn, and you're going to see some things to come, and we can't wait to show you what we got.
I like that. Keep applying pressure. We got Henry Meyer, Eastside Fish Route, my guy. Appreciate you, man. With that being said, folks, Lindsay Huddleston with SPS. We'll see you next time.